maybe your ball, maybe your block. And I'm gonna bring my ball because that's an easy one and kind of comfortable for the back. But for the final pose, Marcia, you're gonna use your bolster. So that's just to keep that in mind. So we'll put the ball or your block between your knees and roll down. And we're gonna place our feet down and see if we can take one toe down at a time. Kind of impossible, but just try because we're stretching the toes. And then we're going to put the feet down and reach the arms and the hips up. And let's do a few up and down with our breath. And we're going to do one more and hold the hips and the arms up. And let's take a few breaths, really pressing the feet down. Let's see if we can lift the heels up while we do this. So we're going to stretch the feet this way, up and down a couple of times. And then we're going to roll the hips down, bring the arms down, and take the knees to 90 degrees and roll the shoulders down. Let's start to straighten the legs and bend as we point and flex the feet. And one more time. And then we're going to keep the legs straight up and lean a little bit to the right, stretching the legs, pressing the left hip down. So we're stabilizing. And then we're going to go to the other side, same thing. Feel that stretch. Back to the center and legs 90 degrees. And then the feet down. Let's roll the hips up again. Arms down and walk the shoulder blades closer together and take 3 breaths. And now we're going to slowly lower the hips back down and take the ball out from the knees and put it underneath the back, just like we normally do. And we're going to bring the legs 90 degrees and first of all, just take them out and in. Let's wake up the belly, squeezing the legs together. And we're going to add on, as we do this, we're going to reach the chest up, take the arms forward and do 5 more of these. Last one. And then we're going to bring our hands behind our head and let's do a few crunches. Legs up and down. And then one more. So now we're going to bring our arms underneath our thighs and stretch the hips. You could put your head down and take a few slow breaths. And then let's roll the hips here. So we're waking up the back and the hips. And we're going to roll them in the opposite direction. And then let's reach the legs up And we're going to open the legs out and reach the arms through as we lift the chest, arms over the head as the legs come together. And one more. And then we're going to grab our legs in that straddle pose, head down, lengthen through the heels. And take 3 slow breaths, just kind of opening the inner legs, and press the hips down on the ball. And then let's close the legs, and we're going to take the arms straight out and point the toes one leg down as the other leg stays up. And let's do a few more. And if you want to add on, lift the chest so you're balancing on the shoulder blades as you do this. And one more. And then put the head down. Let's come into happy baby and take a few slow breaths. And then Baddha Konasana, feet together. Now we're going to take our feet back to the mat and let's roll up again. So hips are rolling up. We're going to walk our hands closer to our feet and walk the shoulder blades together. And really, so we're stretching not only the back, but the quads. And move the ball out of the way for a second. We're going to put our hands underneath the hips. If you can, come up on your toes. Take 3 more breaths. And then let's release and roll down. And now we're going to bring our legs back to happy baby. So we're flat on the mat here. And we're going to rock a little side to side. And then 3 more breaths, pressing the back down. And let's bring our feet down for a second, and we're going to do a twist over to the right, reaching the left arm out and breathing. And adjust the height of your legs so it's nice and comfortable and you can really elongate the arms. 3 breaths. And let's go to the other side. Roll the legs over to the left. Reach the right arm out as you roll the shoulder down. And again, 3 slow breaths. And we're going to come back to the center and arms come down. Let's roll the hips up again. Walk the shoulder blades closer so we're waking up the spine. We're going to leave the arms down and now lift the right leg up and then the left. And let's do a few more, stretching through the leg. One more to each leg. And now let's lower the hips down. We're gonna bring the legs flat on the mat, reach the arms up over our head, and 3 breaths. Roll the shoulders down like you're in Tadasana. Feet are flexed, navel to spine. And then we're gonna bring the legs together, cross the right ankle over the left ankle, and extend like you're standing, stretching through the hip. And uncrossing and do the other one. Left ankle over the right. And then we're gonna uncross and let's just release, roll over to the side, and we're gonna come on up in a straddle pose. Okie dokie. So we're gonna bring our hands to our heart, roll the shoulders down, twist to the right, take a deep breath, and then over to the left. And let's come back to the center, reaching the arms up. And then we're gonna lengthen toward the right leg and press the left hip down. And a couple more breaths. And then we're gonna come back up, bringing both arms up, take a deep breath. And then we're gonna lengthen toward the left leg and press the right hip down and breathe. And 2 more breaths. And let's gently just come back up and feel. We're gonna bring our hands to our heart, roll the shoulders down, and then take the arms in a goalpost position and bring the forearms together. And let's do a few more of these, noticing what's happening to the upper body and the shoulders. And just 1 more. And then we're going to reach the arms up and forward fold, hinging from the hips. And let's take a few slow breaths. And feel that cat-cow movement in your spine. And we're going to come back to the center. Let's crisscross our legs. And roll the shoulders down, twist to the right. And then to the left. And back to the center, right hand down, left arm over, and lengthen. Maybe your forearm can come down. Let's roll the chest open, find a little bit more length. And then we're going to the other side. And bring the right arm over. And let's come back to the center. And now we're going to reach the arms out and flip the palms up, touch each finger to the thumb, lengthening the arms and the torso. Really good. We're going to go back to our side stretch, right arm down and left arm over. And breathe. 3 breaths. Elongate. And let's try that on the other side. And we're going to come back to the center and let's try another forward fold with these little cat-cows of the spine. And we're going to come back to the center and twist to the right. Take a deep breath, reach the right arm up, and we're coming over toward the left thigh and breathing. And we're going to come back, bring the right arm down, and let's go to the other side, twisting to the left, deep breath. And now left arm comes up, lengthening toward the right leg. And we're going to come back to the center, bringing the left arm down. Now we're ready. We're going to come on over to do our cat-cows. And make sure each finger is pressing down. And one more. And now let's come up on our knees, reach the arms up for a little back bend. And then hands come down. We're going to lift the hips up. So it's a shorter downward dog. Come up on our toes. Bend the knees, they almost come to the mat, and then we're going to lift back up, and let's do 3 more. And this last one, we're going to stay in our downward dog and press each heel down. And then let's come into our child's pose, and we're going to bring our arms behind us. And 2 more breaths. And now we're going to sit up on our heels. So this is what I was talking about. If you need support for this, use your ball underneath your bottoms. Let's twist to the right. And then over to the left. Back to the center, hands down. We're going to go right into this. Lift the hips up. Stretching the quads, 3 breaths. Now head back to neutral. We're going to come into our table pose. Take the legs out. Lift the right leg up. Cross it over the left thigh. And we're going to do 5 tricep push-ups. And then uncross. Lift the left leg up. Cross it over the right, 5 tricep push-ups. Last one. Now we're going to uncross. Let's come down on our bottoms and put our feet together, that big V, forward fold, and breathe. So lengthening the spine. And 2 more breaths. And then we're gonna come on up and let's come into boat pose, lifting the legs up and taking the knees in and out. And 2 more. Really good. Feet down. We're going to come into a squat and just walk forward. And so for this first squat, just notice the back of the legs. You can kind of rock a little bit, whatever you need. Let's take 3 more breaths. Now we're going to come into our forward fold, lifting the hips up. Release the head. Let's walk our legs back, downward dog, and take 3 breaths. And lift the right leg up. Step the leg forward to a lunge. Right arm up in a twist. Come back to down dog, and then switch legs. Left leg lifts up, steps forward to a lunge, and left arm up. And back to down dog. And remember that bear crawl. We're going to walk to the top of our mat. Let your body move as you do it. And when you're ready, let's come all the way up. And hands to our heart, roll the shoulders down. Twist to the right. And then to the left. Back to the center, inhale up. Forward fold. Step the right leg back. And we're going to do our rocking horses. So straightening the left leg and bending as we keep the left foot down. And 1 more. And then let's step back, down dog, take a deep breath. And right leg lifts up. And then step forward and the left, halfway up, forward fold. And let's come all the way up. Deep breath, hands to our heart, roll the shoulders down. Twist to the left, and then to the right, back to the center, inhale up, forward fold, and now left leg steps back in that lunge, and we're going to try our rocking horses, straightening the right leg and bending. And 2 more. And last one. Really good. Let's step back to down dog. Deep breath. Left leg lifts up and steps forward. And the right. We're coming halfway up. Forward fold. And then inhaling all the way up. And goalpost arms. Take a deep breath, feel the lengthening. So we're going to lift our right knee up. We're going to take our left elbow to the right knee, kind of, sort of. And then back to the center, right foot down and take a breath. Now we're going to switch, so left knee up, Twist to the left, right elbow toward the left knee. Back to the center. Left foot down, inhale up. Forward fold. And let's step our right leg back. This time, we're going to take our knee down and reach the arms up for crescent lunge. And then twist to the left. Cross the arm over, hands together. Let's lift or curl the right toes under, lift that leg up and extend through the heel. And then we're going to come back up in our high lunge. So arms come back up, 3 breaths. And then reaching forward. Take a deep breath here, really feel that in your right calf muscle. And then hands down, step back, down dog. And right leg lifts up and steps forward. And then the left, halfway up, forward fold, and inhale up. And goalpost arms. So we're going to repeat what we did before. We're going to lift the right knee up, twist to the right. Back to the center and foot down. Take a breath and switch. Left knee up, twist to the left. Back to the center, and then left foot down, inhale up, forward fold, and left leg back, knee down and arms up for crescent lunge. And twist to the right. Cross the arm over, hands together. Now let's lift the left leg up, extend through the heel. And now we're going to come back to that high lunge, reaching up. And 3 breaths. And let's reach forward and take that deep breath. And then we're going to come back to down dog. Take a couple of breaths here to lengthen. Left leg lifts up, steps forward. And the right, halfway up, forward fold. And let's come all the way up. And hands to our heart. And take a couple of breaths here. Just notice. We're going to, as we do this, we're walking our feet and legs together. Let's come up on our toes. And we're going to come up and down 5 times. Stretching the feet. Really good. So now we're going to inhale up, reaching up a little bit bigger back bend to lengthen, and then forward fold, diving down. We're going to step back to down dog, and then forward to up dog. back to down dog, and then forward to plank. Lift the right leg up, and then the left. Let's do a few more. The right, the left, one more, right and left, and then chaturanga. And let's lift our hands off of the mat, 5 cobras. And now reach the arms over the head and take 3 breaths. And we're going to bend our right leg and hold the right foot. And as we hold the foot, let's roll to our back and put the right foot down, lift the left leg up and hold the big toe. And one more breath. Now let's release the leg down, arm over the head, roll onto the belly, and we're going to switch legs. So right leg down and hold the left ankle. And roll onto our back. And when you get there, lift the right leg up and hold the big toe. 3 breaths. And then we're going to bring that leg down, arm over the head. And let's roll back on our belly. So now we're going to take our leg down, but our hands underneath the thighs. And we're going to lift everything up and lower down. And 4 more. Big breath. Press back to child's pose. And let's sit up on our heels. So we're going to try something here. We're going to lift the knees up, stretch the feet. Even if it's just like a ½ an inch, lift the legs up, squeeze the legs together. And we're doing 3 more. So you can kind of feel what's happening here. We're stretching the top of our feet, the ankles. And just 1 more. Now we're going to put the legs down and hands behind us a little bit and lift the hips up again. 3 more breaths. Really good. Let's come forward to hands and knees. And then bird dog. Right leg lifts up, left arm in front. Stretching and breathing, just lengthening here for a second. And we're going to bend the right leg and hold it with the left hand. So we're holding the right foot, left hand. Stretching that quad. And then release, hand and knee come down and take a breath. And let's try the other leg, left leg, right arm, stretch. And now we're going to try it on this side. Bend the left leg, hold it with the right hand. Lift the leg up and breathe. And then we're going to release. And let's come back to down dog and take 3 breaths. Really good. Let's lift our right leg up. And we're going to come into warrior 2. And let's take a few breaths. And then reverse. Left arm down, right one up. And so as we do this next part, we're going to reach both arms to the right. Roll the chest open. And right fingers come down. Left arm still reaching forward. And we're coming back to reverse. And then warrior 2. And Trikonasana, straightening the right leg. And half moon, we're going to lift our left leg up. And let's try something. I know, that's always deadly. We're going to bend the left leg, see if we can hold the big toe with our left hand. And you might not be able to stretch it out. Maybe you can, maybe just a little bit. Take another breath. It's a lot of stretch in the right hip. And then bring that leg back down. We're coming back to Trikonasana. That was fun. One more breath. Let's come on up. Reaching both arms up. And forward fold. We're going to go side to side with the legs. And come back to the center. Now let's come all the way up, reaching both arms up. We're going to take our right arm down, lean to the right. Over to the other side, left arm down, right arm over. And then back to the center, reaching both arms up. And then warrior 2, left side. And reverse. And now for our side angle pose, so both arms come over to the left. Roll the chest open. And left fingers hover as they come down. Keep reaching the right arm. And back to warrior 2. And Trikonasana. half moon, and we're going to lift the right leg up. And are you ready to try this side? So we're going to bend the right leg, see if we can hold the right big toe. And however you want to do this with your leg, out in front, a little bit, and then release. We're coming back to Trikonasana. And all the way up to our wide-legged pose. And then downward dog, just with the arms, so forward fold, reaching forward, hips stretch back. Take 3 more breaths. And let's walk ourselves over to a right side lunge. And then over to a left side lunge. And then back to the center. 3 breaths. Let your head just release. And let's come on up. Reaching the arms up for a back bend, lengthening. And hands to our heart and coming into Goddess. Opening and closing the arms. And let's lean to the right. Over to the left. And back to the center, 3 more breaths. Inhale up, back to our regular downward dog. 3 slow breaths. And now we're going to lift our right leg up, bend the knee, roll the hip open, and let's come into pigeon. And we're coming into our back bend. So we're going to lift up on our fingers. And forward fold. And a couple more slow breaths. And we're going to make our way back to down dog. And let's try the other side. Left leg lifts up, bend the knee, roll the hip open. And we're going to bring the knee between our thumbs and come into our back bend. And forward fold. And let's take 3 slow breaths. And we're going to come back to our down dog. Let's walk to the top of our mat. And we're going to come into our deeper forward fold, whatever way you feel good about today. And let's come all the way up and bring our hands to our heart in Tadasana and feel. Feel the whole breath as it comes into the belly, the mid-chest, and the upper chest. So since we're standing, we're gonna do a little back bend today on our back. So if you wanna use whatever you have before you come down to gather it, I'm gonna use my ball. You could use a bolster or a blanket, whatever feels good. So we're gonna come in our squat when you're ready and you have your stuff. And we're gonna take a few breaths in our squat. And then we're gonna come down on just sitting with our legs in front of us in Dandasana and feel the lengthening of the legs. So the first thing we're gonna do is roll the shoulders down because we're gonna put something behind our mid-back to open it up. So take a couple of breaths here. And if you have a bolster and you want a more passive stretch, more restorative stretch, you could do that and put it underneath your back. I'm gonna do a fish pose and I'm gonna put it underneath my mid-back, but this might not be enough. So you could kind of monitor whatever feels comfortable for you. And the head comes down or your head is supported on whatever feels good. Arms gently in that position, that feeling fantastic for your chest as you breathe. So if you're in this pose of fish, we're pressing our legs down. In all back bends, the legs are active. And we're aware of the circulation of energy that comes into our belly and the ribs and the upper chest. And we're elongating each breath, especially the exhales, making them longer and slower. So we're allowing the back to press down into your ball, your block, or your bolster. We're feeling the ribs widening with each breath. And see how long and slow your breath can become. There's space between each breath. And let's take 3 more breaths. And we're feeling the circulation of energy in our body. So if you're on the ball in this position, we're just going to roll to the right side, but keep the ball under there. We're coming in a twist, but you can make this your own so that the whole chest still opens. And you could probably do this on the bolster if you roll off of it. It's just going to be a little deeper stretch. And take a couple more breaths. Find this opening for you as you breathe. and 3 slow breaths. And now we're going to try this as we roll over to the left. And same thing, find what's comfortable for your body. Each side is a little bit different. And adjust yourself so you feel a bigger opening for you. And let's take 3 slow breaths. And then we're going to roll all the way off of the ball or our bolster and just move it out of the way so we can come onto our back and put our feet down and just feel the opening. The arms are down, we're looking at the ceiling, just noticing the stretch across the chest. And let's start to roll the hips up as we reach the arms up. And we're going to do 3 more slow ones with the breath. And we've got 1 more. And we're going to roll the hips down and bring the arms down and do a regular Shavasana. As we roll the shoulders down, chin is slightly tucked and we're gently breathing. Releasing the fingers and the palms of the hands, the shoulders and arms. Feeling the head pressing into the mat so the tongue and jaw can relax. Feeling the hips and legs and feet relax with each exhale. And as we breathe in, we're wishing ourselves good health and harmony. Breathing in, wishing our homes and families peace. And then wishing our brothers and sisters everywhere peace all over the world. And let's slowly deepen our breath as we wiggle the fingers and toes. And we're going to stretch our arms and roll to the side. And let's come on up and bring our hands to our heart to seal in our practice. And take a deep inhale and sigh. One more time. Namaste. Thanks everybody for coming today. Have a wonderful Friday.
Thank you.
Thank you
Bye everybody.
so much. Bye-bye.
Thanks. Bye.
Thank you very much. Have a great weekend.